On opening salvo, we are going to talk about Chennai Super Kings at their new home venue, that's Pune, taking on the Rajasthan Royals. Chennai Super Kings, they won 2 out of 3. In fact, with some individual brilliance, they could have won the third one also, but Mahendra Singh Dhoni's team eventually fell a little short. We saw the Dhoni cameo, we saw vintage Dhoni, but it was not going to be enough because he needed more support from the other end. First game of the tournament, it was Dwayne Bravo. Second game was Sam Billings. Third game, it was all about Mahendra Singh Dhoni. So they are finding different heroes in every single game, and that's what they would be expecting because Suresh Raina's availability is still under cloud. They do need to find a way to ensure that Ravindra Jadeja is not batting at number 6 because 6 I think is a spot too high. On the other hand, there is Rajasthan Royals. They're trying to play a different brand of cricket. This is the first time I've seen them not change their playing 11 in the first 4 games. 4 straight games. They've won 2, they've lost 2, but the last loss against the Kolkata Knight Riders must have given them a big jolt, for a simple reason that they were outplayed at their home venue, that's Jaipur, a ground that they created into a fortress. But that was breached eventually by the Knights and the bigger stars, the big ticket players, Josh Butler, Ben Stokes, Darcy Short. Well, they haven't been firing, and that's been their problem. I'm going with Ambati Rayudu. Ambati Rayudu has played quite well ever since the start of this Vivo IPL. He's been given a different role. While Raina was there, he was opening the innings and he looked quite competent. He is not a natural opener, but he took to that job as fish to water. Now that he's been pushed down the order a little bit, he's still maintaining the same shape, the same stability, and against the Rajasthan Royals you would expect Gautam to come in and Shreyas Gopal. I am hoping for an Indian batsman to counter their spin attack, and that's where I think Ambati Rayudu will be the one who might just make the difference. I'm going with Jaydev Unadkat. Unadkat has had a fairly middling IPL thus far. He hasn't been picking wickets. Well, personally I thought that the pitch at the Savai Mansingh Stadium was never going to be his liking. There is pace, there is bounce, but he relishes conditions where the ball stops, turns, grips a little bit, and that's exactly what happened in Pune last year. Remember, he was a part of Rising Pune Super Giant, and he played a pivotal role in taking the team to the finals. Was assigned a role of bowling an over or 2 in the power play overs and then the death overs, and he was very competent. He will be back to where he belongs. This game is at Pune, Chennai's adopted new home venue. Jaydev Unadkat, if the ball starts gripping the surface like it was in the last season, he might just have a big role to play, and he may just bring something else to the table that will be able to stop the likes of Bravo, Billings and Dhoni. Well, I'm going with Dwayne Bravo. Brings 2 skills to the table, takes the ball away from the left-handed batsman. There will be Ben Stokes in the middle order somehow, and who hasn't been firing. This pitch at Pune, if past record, last year's performances are anything to go by, might just be stopping and gripping a little bit, and that suits Dwayne Bravo's skill set. So with the ball, I'm expecting him to have a slightly better game than the last couple of games. Andre Russell took him on in that game against KKR. He was not at his economical best against Kings 11 Punjab as well. This is time for him to turn it around with the ball and with the bat. In the absence of Raina, I think the responsibility is now more on the likes of him, Billings, Dhoni and Rayudu, and if Bravo fires, their problem of having a slightly thin batting lineup might just be resolved. Mahendra Singh Dhoni at one end and all the Rajasthan Royals bowlers at the other end. That's the battle that I'm looking forward to watch. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the way he batted in the previous game has showed that he hasn't lost his mojo. He still knows how to finish games off. In fact, while he was in the middle chasing a daunting total, I thought Dhoni was losing the plot somewhat because the asking rate kept climbing, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 runs and over, and he was not panicking. And I asked myself that question at that time, that does Dhoni have it in himself to now turn it around and take us back to the glorious days of 2011, 2012 when Mahendra Singh Dhoni, or rather there was no better finisher than Mahendra Singh Dhoni in the world, and that's exactly what he did. He was waiting for his bowlers, Barinder Sharma, Mohit Sharma, Andrew Tye. He knew that he could take them on, and that's what he did. He was exceptional, and it also told us one thing, that if he allows himself a bit more time in the middle, there is still a lot to offer from Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and he still knows how to finish good games off. And last but not the least, bowlers are still afraid of him, and many still don't know where to bowl at him. Well, Chennai Super Kings have exceeded expectations thus far, in my humble opinion, because when you have Jadeja placed at number 6, you know that the batting is a little short. They've already lost 2 key players, Kedar Jadhav out of the tournament. You've got Raina, who's missed a game, is likely to miss another one. If that happens, they are really thin on resources, and the bench is not really beaming with multiple exciting options. But they've been good. They've found heroes. 2 games, they've won out of 3. Rajasthan Royals, they've lost 2 out of 4. It's a tough one to pick once again, as it's been the case with the IPL, Vivo IPL 2018. I am going with Rajasthan Royals this time to turn it around and muster another win, their 3rd one.